A lot of good speakers talk about BTCFi. We're one of the fastest growing infrastructure in the Bitcoin ecosystem. 18 months ago, we were one of the first team deep dive on BVN research. Since then, we made 55 million transactions. We hit all-time high 1 billion TBL. And we want to be one of the infrastructure, bring the programmability and verification capability to the Bitcoin ecosystem to empower Bitcoin DeFi. So for the people who understand Bitcoin DeFi, there's two things very important, right? One is on-chain verification. So if the transaction doesn't settle on Bitcoin, it's not Bitcoin security. All the speakers were talking about the security, the hacks, and all that, right? There's multiple layers of security vulnerabilities. We need to be very careful. One is the transaction hacks, right? The smart contract happening outside of the Bitcoin space. Bitcoin has no smart contract capability. So we need to empower that. So the layer 2 solutions, why they were different is we fundamentally have another layer of security because it's settled on Bitcoin. Compared to a sidechain, the security is managed by the validators. So where we are in the space, there's a asymmetric potential between Bitcoin and Ethereum DeFi. Bitcoin has over 2.4 trillion market cap now. It's the most adopted asset in the world, right? Institutions on that. Over 100 billion trading volume from the ETF last year, right? BlackRock, Franklin Templeton, all the guys are already on board. Whereas Ethereum, 10% of Ethereum market cap already on the DeFi space. So we see the huge gap. When we achieve 10% of Bitcoin asset become an active liquidity entering the Bitcoin DeFi space, it's like another 100x potential. So the journey about us, we started as a BVN research team. We want to solve this problem as a trade-off between sidechain and actual Bitcoin rollup. We want to achieve Bitcoin security equivalent layer 2. So Bitcoin doesn't really have the verification capability. It's UTXO cash system. People call it digital gold. You can't do smart contract. You can't do basic trading. You can't do lending. There's no DEXs on Bitcoin natively, right? So we want to empower that. So it's one of the new things since 2023. BVN came out. Using Bitcoin script without depend on operation on optans, we can able to build this fraud pool approach. So this is the key innovation we are working on. On-chain verification. We want to trust things on-chain. Things trust verified and settled on Bitcoin is the highest level of security in the Web3 space. That's the way we want to empower DeFi. So there's two products we're working on, right? One is Bitcoin Trust Minimized Bridge. That's the product we are leveraging, innovating to be the new generation bridging solution. The second is the rollup, which we're launching very soon. So about the bridge. So we kind of know about WBTC, right? Like the wrapped version. It's old technology since 2018. We call this third generation. The BVN bridge we want to empower to use Bitcoin script to do on-chain fraud proof. So it's one out of one trust assumption compared to the majority audience model. Multi-sig model with the hacks, most recently the Bybit hack, 1.5 billion assets that it has. So it's high-level security with programmability and multi-ecosystem year products. We are working on supporting amazing DeFi protocol such as BitFi, which the speaker is also here, DeFi and many others. So it's two-way pegging peg-out model compared to the racking version. It's much secure. It's one trust assumption needed. So we are currently working with multiple ecosystems to bring the YBDC assets to different ecosystems such as Sui, Solana, and a few other ecosystems. Base, Arbitron, Sonic, Chrome, Monad. A lot of them are very well-known, active growing DeFi ecosystem. This Monday, we had one of the first kind industrial level news. So over 1/3 of Bitcoin hash rate mining pools, App2Pool, Antpool, and Spiderpool is strategically invest and also become our BVN bridge operator. This is the history we are making this week. And it's so exciting to work with amazing mining pools to let them in and make sure we have high-level security on the bridge and also activate their new mining Bitcoin for the future for the Bitcoin liquidity. So I wouldn't bore you too much about technical side. So long story short, we've been very active building the last 18 months. We're one of the largest engineering team working on a big Bitcoin DeFi. We want to be moving to this level, not just sidechain with multi-sig, but actual Bitcoin security equivalent layer 2, achieving Bitcoin security using the infrastructure we are working on. High-level security is important, right? So let's talk about security. Handling the security auditing in the BVN Alliance, we are one of the founding members. So we're working with all the best security auditing firms in the world to make sure we have high-level security and maintenance and on-chain monitoring. And I talk about go-to-market quickly, right? The most effective campaign we've done, that's like most effective go-to-market strategy, is working with all the amazing Web3 wallets, such as Binance Wallet, OKX Wallet. They are very helpful. They bring a lot of on-chain users to us. We bring a lot of the amazing ecosystem projects, such as BitFi and so on, to let users give a taste, and I reward them with early adopter, as an early adopter, to give them incentive, right? But it's not just for the sake of incentive. We want to educate them to make sure they understand the UI, the UX, the features. That's the most important thing. And obviously, building awareness, right? We get a lot of coverage by the traditional media, the financial media, and also Bitcoin media. So far, there's quite a lot of traction and so on. So when you say there's nothing going on with Bitcoin DeFi, the answer is, unfortunately, you haven't known yet. There's a lot of activities already on-chain happening. So it's been humbling, building this as a co-founder 18 months ago. We're one of the largest engineering team. We're trying to maintain healthy financially and also working with an amazing team and founders in this event as well. We're one of the first team backed by Franklin Templeton, the major ETF issuer. We're talking to 21 Shares, Vanark, WisdomTree, many other house well-known institutions as well. The goal is to activate and bring the institutional level Bitcoin DeFi in the future, not just the retail. Working with all the amazing Web3 major partners, such as Layer Zero, Chainlink, Nansen, and all the wallets, right? The goal is to bring new users to that. People are paying custody fees to hold their Bitcoin. What we want to do is people who hold the Bitcoin should earn yield across different risk assumptions, right? Depends on your risk appetite. So not just like sitting there doing nothing the last 15 years. So without further ado, thank you very much for listening to what I have to say. And follow us on Twitter. That's the best way to see the alpha. Thank you very much.